What in the hell is going on in this world right now? I hear from a lot of you, and there's apprehension and there's concern, and every single bit of it is accurate. I can look at my life, owning a business, the stress, the worries that I have, the worries about being able to provide for my clients, to make the decisions in my business that are right for us, and also being compassionate, strategic, and helpful to those that are going through some difficult times in their own life. We didn't expect this to happen. As I stood on the range at the Players' Championship in Jacksonville, Florida, the news just kept coming out faster and faster, and it was completely mind-blowing. To take our future and our present and scramble them up like we've never seen before by something that we've never encountered like this. We've had other pandemics, but for some reason this one's different. And we can find ourselves getting all caught up and frustrated and angry about factors out there that are trying to tell us what to do and what not to do. And whatever news media you follow, they're all biased. Everybody is biased, okay? So everybody's gonna transfer their thought process in the way that they frame things. And that's exhausting. It is not the time to fight about who, what, when, where, and how. To me, we have to break this down into two areas. We have to endure, then we can emerge. The endurance time that we're in right now is scary. We don't know. We need to see a curve of this. We need to flatten the curve. We need to see some treatments work. We need to see some positivity. And unfortunately, one of the things I want to say is social media and the news, they don't profit off of positivity. News, negativity, journalism, for the most part, is divisive because it puts people into tribes and camps, and then they start throwing stones at each other, and those news sources step back and just watch the money rise and the clicks rise. That's not what I'm here for. Look, I want to go to dinner with my family on a Friday night again, to sit around a table and laugh and cut up and talk about the week. And I want to get back on an airplane and go see my clients. I want to talk to you as my clients, each and every one of you. I want to hear from you. I want to go back to the normal. And you know, the thing that's frustrating is the more frustrated I get by it, the deeper I get, the more the hole gets deeper. See, I'm ready to be done with this crap. Like today. I don't know what the future holds. I'm holding on hope that it's something positive and good. I'm hoping that we're going to find some treatments, and our history says we will. I just don't want to see people suffer before we get to that spot. I don't know where we're going. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's a bigger power that's behind this. But I do know that the decisions that I make right now are going to allow me to reconnect to my passions, my purpose, and my family. Even Friday night, I came home from work and I go to the office every day. It's just me in the office, and I sit and I work, and I write content, or I am working with clients, or I'm working with potential business opportunities and things like that. I'm hustling. I'm working more than I've ever worked in my life because I'm scared. I'm worried. I think everybody is. Okay? That's okay. That's normal. I can't take time away right now because I don't know what the future holds. And maybe that's not healthy, but it's somewhat soothing for me. I'm going to share some things that I've done that have helped me when I had a Friday night like I had, where I was stressed and anxious, and everything I saw on Twitter was all about the death and terrible, terrible reports we're learning about COVID-19. Scary. So last summer, Patrick Murphy, who's the Hall of Fame softball coach at the University of Alabama, suggested a book that I read, and it's called The Choice by Edith Ava Eger. Dr. Eger is a clinical psychologist, but she is a survivor of Auschwitz, the concentration camp in Poland and Germany area during World War II. I'm not going to tell you much about the book other than the fact that I want you to read it. because it forces you to look at the choices that you've made and not brand them, but instead look at the scenarios you're in today and try to make better choices. Doesn't mean that the previous choices were bad. That's not what she's saying. She's saying you have a choice in the moment today. And every day we have a choice in the way we see things. She was mentored by Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, about his time at Auschwitz as a psychiatrist and a neurologist. And he really coined and came up with the understanding that in suffering, if we can find the purpose of that suffering, we can survive and thrive. So I've taken some time to sit back and say, what do I want to become? What do I want to use this time for? I don't know. I think we're going to have probably 4 more weeks of isolation. It's going to be 7 to 8 weeks of isolation. Now, in a 52-week year, that's a very small amount. But during the journey of it, it's very scary. So these are the 4 things that I've promised to do. Number 1 is I'm going to weed my garden. I'm going to look at the things in my life and in my business and my activities on a daily basis that aren't bringing me joy. The things that most people never see, most people never understand, things that I do that probably were energy suckers, time wasters, or clutter creators, things that I thought were important that really didn't make a difference. And I'm going to clean them out. It's like cleaning the closet. This past weekend, my wife and I went to a storage facility that we have for some of our stuff, and we cleaned it out. I felt so good when I left. I felt fresh and clean. I felt empowered. I'm going to do the same thing in my business life and in my personal life. I'm going to weed my garden. Number 2, I'm going to reconnect to my family. Now, while I can't spend time with my mom or my stepdad, I can't spend time with my in-laws because of social distancing, I can connect to the family in other ways. I can also connect to my college-age kids better. They're home. Sometimes my oldest one goes back and forth for her apartment, but we can sit and do puzzles together, play Battleship, play Monopoly, watch a show together, laugh, cut up, have family dinner. I travel so much in a normal day, in a normal week, that many times I miss those opportunities. And so right now I have time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get back to exercise. I mean, you don't get a body like this because of, unless you're just a power lifter, right? But one of my clients, Billy Horschel, has been pretty prominent on social media, on Instagram, talking about his work on the Peloton. I've got one, so he's challenged me and his other pros. I'm getting up on it and I'm going back to it. Taking the time that normally I would say, I don't have time for that. I don't have that excuse, can't play now. So making a commitment there. And then the last thing I think is important, and it's the fact that in addition to weeding the garden, I'm turning back towards what got me started in this. Nothing that I was doing was wrong or off, okay? I love to write. I love to share ideas, content, value, information, things that I've learned over the years. And if it's valuable to you, please tell me, I'll continue. That's what I want to do. I want to write more. I want to be more disciplined in getting writing done, get good content out, things that I've witnessed. And one of the shifts that I want to make is I want to be more, I'm going to write for life through my eyes. I think sometimes I get stuck because I try to make it right. But I'm just going to write from my eyes, and I hope it matches yours. I've also done free webinars. I'm going to continue to do those. The response has been massive. I'm going to do more podcasts. I've got one coming up here in just a minute with Tim Corbin, who's the head coach for Vandy Baseball, national championship coach multiple times. So I'm making that commitment. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to reply to this email and give me your 4 things that you're going to work on during this really scary time. Okay? If you're struggling, reach out. Let me know what I can do to help you. If I need to get you some resources locally in the area, I will find them. Let me be that conduit for you. If you're an athlete and you don't know what to do, let me know. Let's talk. We can get you training, resources, product, process, everything you need right now. It's a great time to learn on YouTube. It's a great time to take this time and make the most of it. There's one other thing I want you to know. Listen, if you're a coach, if you're a business leader, if you're a manager of people, and you do a regular new teleconference, or you want to do a teleconference or a Zoom call or whatever with your team, and you want me to come on and do a motivational rah-rah or an inspiration, or just give people some sense of guidance, let me know. Completely free of charge. I want to speak, I want to do more, right? That's the goal, right? I want to reconnect to my purpose, and I want people to reconnect to theirs. Listen, I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay engaged. And I want you to beat this thing, right? If you've got somebody going through it, who's suffering from the virus, my well wishes and prayers are with you. But let's use this time to reconnect to who we are as people, reconnect and rebuild those family bonds that we have around us. And more importantly, let's emerge more connected, more consistent, and a much better society because of it. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.